A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly. This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. And the slot man goes in motion left. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Screen play, Anderson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I love the intelligence the defense just showed there. Read their keys, saw the screen developing, ran to it, and smothered it. What a 3rd down stop by them.
That's taken on the 25. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So the D-line's going to spread out. A first down throw for Kaiser. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. 19 yards that time for number 19. Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson of the carry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Partner, it's not often that I expect running backs to eclipse 100 yards in back-to-back games, but he left 100 way behind last week. I think he's going to do it again. I'm expecting 150 or more.
And last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. So if he does what you say he might, maybe he'll get another one.
I think he's locked in.
Here's Kaiser. Now they go screen. It's complete. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. 2nd down, Kaiser. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Now a second down throw for Kaiser. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On third down, Kaiser. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Kaiser, he's going to float this one deep right, and that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in, touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns can grab the lead if they hit the extra point. And he knocks it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves, Jeff.
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit and, in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about any more.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now Kaiser trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going deep for Brown. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Throwing again. Kelly. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. From their own 2 Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Kaiser will sneak it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Now, that was a little too conservative for my liking. It's only 2nd down, and they try to run the sneak. Give credit to the defense. They pushed them back and set up 3rd down.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense... And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Here's Kelly to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
On 2nd down, Kelly. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is knocked down from the side at the 46. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going to...
Kelly stripped. The ball is free. But it looked like, fortunately, the Broncos able to recover.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is...
And he is going to wind up losing yardage here, as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They're in the midst of a nice drive, but facing a 3rd and long here. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that 1st quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times, it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways. But right now, You got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. He's going to float this over the middle, deep, and got his man complete. And they finally get him down as he takes it up to the 44.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A gain of 3, second down. This is Jackson. Finding room inside the 40. And he's brought down. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
First and 10, Kaiser. And he whips that one incomplete there. David Njoku was the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
A swing pass caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, you know, their previous possession, they were able to move the football, but still wound up punting in the end.
You know, in 2016, Carolina had a 20-play drive that lasted over 10 minutes. And remember how it ended?
And a punt.
Yeah, I mean, how does that happen? You just don't see that happen every day.
This one maybe not quite that bad, but still, you'd like to have a chance for points if you hold the football that long. Emmanuel Sanders, the 30. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 57 yards. Now a first down throw, Kelly. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets them up 1st and goal.
I like that one, partner. They go back-to-back with excellent gains. And really, it shouldn't be a surprise who they were throwing the ball to. He's their best guy.
Yeah, we knew that they would get him involved early. They're doubling down on getting him involved early.
Don't be surprised if they'll come right back to him again. They haven't shown the propensity to be able to stop him.
To throw, Kelly. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. Caleb Brantley able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of 3.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they had to go the length of the field last time out to get into the end zone. And with this starting field position, they're going to have to pretty much do it again.
And I think the thought process going into it is, hey, if you have to be methodical, go ahead and do that. But what you really want are a couple of big plays. Eat up chunks of yardage and cut down the number of times you have to snap the football.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at second down. This is Jackson, and he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. The Browns on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, it's Kaiser. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's knocked away and incomplete. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they're going to measure revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back. But that's one step in the proper direction.
The Browns send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on the return that time. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. This is Hunt. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
His throw incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Let's go. 3-19.
And the back goes into motion. To throw is Kelly. Throwing on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Denver. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead.
Kaiser hit, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. Then he will bring it back to about the 11-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll toss it to Hunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll throw here. Kaiser. Flushed out right. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll run it with Jackson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. And now prior to this 3rd and 1, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Play action now. Kaiser going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick.
Well, I'll tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Here we go now.
Here's Kelly. A final shot before break. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Brown. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. 30, 10, 5, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. 78 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Here we go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Fresh set of downs here. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Kaiser to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Domata with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Kaiser now on second down. He's going to float this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, third down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Third and long for Kaiser. He's going to loft one. Deep left. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Martavis Bryant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And his kick is good. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under pressure now, and they get to Kelly. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Looking to throw on second. Here's Kelly throwing the out route incomplete. That's Sanders. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Kelly on third down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Got some real estate inside the 30. And cuts it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. And he puts it through. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Kelly now to throw on second down. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Throwing on 3rd and long. Kelly, and able to find Green. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Here we go. No. Check. Patriot.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Kelly looking to throw on second down. Kelly stripped. The ball is free. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. And give some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for them.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And that is incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Kelly to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
To throw is Kelly. To throw on 2nd down. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one goes for 24 yards. Now Kelly. Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st down, it's Kelly. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Defense showing blitz. Following the interception, Kaiser. He's going to loft one. Deep left. Oh, wide open. Complete. He's at the 30. 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. 87 yards. And the Browns are pouring it on. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
And he will be marked out right there at the 20-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 40. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? It's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
Comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah. Second down here after the incomplete pass. They'll throw again from their own end zone. Man open left side as well. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. That'll go for a gain of 13, helping big time to get away from that end zone. First down. Kelly eluding and no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Kelly. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Gonzalez now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, fighting off the defender. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lead. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Play clock winding down. Kaiser from the gun on 3rd. And he couldn't corral it. It falls down incomplete, but maybe not a big deal given this big lead. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Kessler goes off on fourth down, and on comes the Browns kicker, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Kelly. Back to the air on second down. Left side here to Sanders. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The reception good for 7. It's third down. The Broncos on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. Here it's 3rd and 3.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Detroit!
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff. I think probably just trying to draw them off there, it didn't work.
And defensively, that's what you work on all the time. Being in that spot and being able to not jump and give them the yardage that they were desiring.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down.
4 down. Now let's go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit.
Come on, let's go.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. second down throw for Kaiser. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up on a great one, Darrelle Revis. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. On the right side, caught by Green. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Kelly on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Getting late in the 4th now, Charles. 2-minute warning just around the corner.
Yeah, some teams just want to get to that spot, take a breath, and then come out and attack for the rest of the game.
A play fake. Now Kelly. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the gun, Kelly. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the 4th quarter here, trying to preserve the lead. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Hurry up, here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now a desperate, and now here is another interception. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. And yes, folks, that is his 5th interception, a new NFL record.
And that's absolutely phenomenal. I just have to flat out applaud him. What a great effort in this game. But let's face it, when you look back at the numbers of guys who had 4 in the past, you'll find the names of some of the greats and some guys who just had a fantastic game.
Flex round! Flex round!
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
But it was stopped on that play. He's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Ten yards still left on 2nd down.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
They run again with Jackson. And he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go.
And they're throwing here. Kaiser, a little juke. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it second down. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 1, 9, 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they close out this first half at a very solid 6 and 2. And they will head home next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's loss number 3 for them on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us.